going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today's video is actually a pretty dang juicy one. We have I would say a couple of things to go ahead and discuss. First and foremost, we had a little bit of a tinier update that dropped the other day, but still, although it was tiny, it had a lot of good fixes for the community, things that were very frustrating that I'm happy that they're resolved. And secondly, we have a little bit of a time frame now of when to expect some major changes, some major fixes to come into Xdefiant, because if you guys know already, Season 2, although tons of fun, came with a lot of problems that need to be polished off. And again, people are wondering what the heck is going on, when we will see these changes come through, but finally the devs have come out, and we have a little bit of a time frame to follow on when we should expect some of these, again, big changes to be incorporated into Xdefiant. But ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time, anything pretty much between Xdefiant or even Black Ops 6, so like I said, subscribe and hit that bell. And last but not least, if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, I do stream pretty much daily over on Twitch, starting around 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time. We pretty much always host open lobbies, and it's always a vibe on that channel. So if you guys are interested and you want to check it out, I got a link to that channel down in the description of this video. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and hop into the smaller portion of the update that we just recently got. So of course, if you go ahead and log into Xdefiant, everything that I'm going to list off to you guys here is currently implemented. As you can see right here on the Xdefiant page, this is the list of things that have just been fixed. First and foremost, the red dots not appearing, Vignette with Highwaymen not displaying correctly, an accidental wall hack, and an update to the Spaz 12 and PP19 Mastery skin. So again, this is indeed on the smaller side of things when it comes to the updates that are incorporated into Xdefiant, right? Not really anything too massive. I would say the biggest thing on this list here is the red dots not appearing. For those who don't know already, me, myself, personally, I haven't run into this, but a lot of other individuals are running into this. Every so often, maybe in the middle of the match or so, they can't use the red dot on their weapons. At least this is what I'm hoping this fixes. I don't think they're talking about the minimap, because the minimap works fine in my personal experience, but the red dots being all gunked up, they just vanish, and you can't use your red dot anymore. You can't use your reticle. And the only way that I've seen people, able to work around this is simply just restarting the game, and it works perfectly then. But nobody wants to go through the whole hassle of having to do that, and I was hoping it wouldn't take that long, but it seems like they're going to go ahead and hotfix this into the game. So anybody who is running into those problems, please go down in the comment section. Let me know if you're still running into these problems, and if it's something that needs to be further done by the developers. But, apparently, according to this update, it should all be resolved. And then, of course, the accidental wall hack. I honestly have no clue what this is. I haven't seen anything like it. But at the end of the day, any type of accidental wall hack, I'm completely happy, with them nerfing and getting it out of the experience. I'm just glad that that is removed. And the last one here, I don't know what this is all about. An update to the Spaz 12 and PP19 Mastery skins. I don't know exactly what this is, but I have been hearing from a lot of other individuals that apparently the Mastery camo is bugged for pretty much all the weapons besides the Season 1 and Season 2 skins. I don't think that's what this update is, but I'm just going to mention it anyways, because I hope the developers really prioritize this, because nothing sucks more than doing the whole mastery grind, getting some of your weapons finally up to level 500, and then noticing you can't even use the camo because they're bugged out on pretty much all the weapons in the game. So again, I don't think that's what this current update's for, but after reading that, it kind of jogged my memory of that, and I wanted to mention it so the developers, if any developer even watches this video, can understand or know what's currently going on behind the scenes when it comes to a lot of these camos. I'm sure they already do know, but again, I just wanted to mention it anyways. But ladies and gentlemen, enough with all of that. Let's get to the really juicy portion of this video for the big problems that we're having within Season 2. Again, some of the biggest things that I've been hearing from the community is the trading being way too consistent, and also the frames being in a little bit of a rough spot. But X came out over on Twitter, and this is a response to Blame Truth, saying, adjustments to trading window coming in the Season 2.2 patch. This right here is phenomenal here. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the current patch we just got is. I don't know if it's 2.1 because the developers never released any patch notes for this patch or this update, but it's understandable because it was so tiny. It wasn't really a massive update, so we didn't need a whole blog post to really, discuss what's going on in this update. You could just easily, put out a tweet with the 3-4 things that were adjusted. Completely understand, but the problem with this is that we have no clue what that update is, or even if the developers are going to be considering that this season to, 0.1, or, well, actually, no, I guess it wouldn't be 0.1. I guess 2.1 would be basically Season 2, right? So maybe this update isn't considered anything, and we are just going to go straight over to the 0.2 update, which will be coming up next. And again, if you guys aren't aware of the update cycle here, I know a lot of people think the updates are really random, but they're not. I've been following this game since day one, and I can tell you right now, the updates are not random in this game. They went from doing it every single week. We used to get an update every week, but obviously, since the game is a little bit more polished off, we've been getting updates every other week. So technically, I'm assuming that since this update is so small, I'm hoping we're going to get this next week. If this was a big Juicy Boy update, I would probably say a couple of weeks from now we're going to see this update, but since it was so tiny and irrelevant, and again, I'm assuming that, Season 2.1 is literally just Season 2, so I don't think that this small update's considered anything. I really think that it was just a little hot fix to, get the red dots back up so people didn't have to restart their games all the time, you know what I'm saying? And also, to remove that exploit of being able to have wall hacks. So I think it was just a little hot fix. So in my personal opinion, I think that this new update's going to be dropping within the upcoming week, which, again, is phenomenal. Now, I don't know if they're going to be tying in the frame dropping problem, with this update here. They didn't mention anything about that. I hope that they do. For anybody who's running into these issues, because me personally, I'm not running into anything, but I've seen others say that they have been running into this problem. But what they noticed is after the, update, the Season 2 update, their settings were reset. So they were playing on 60 hertz and it was making the game all choppy and laggy. So what I would suggest doing is going into your settings and see if, they reset after the Season 2 update, and if you need to redo a few things. That might be why your game is playing a little funky and you think that you're losing frames. But at the end of the day, they still acknowledged it a little while ago. So I think that it is a legitimate problem going on with performance here that I'm hoping we'll get an update in the very near future. But overall, I'm really happy with this. I know a lot of people are coming out and saying, well, kill trading shouldn't be a thing whatsoever and it's worse than what we had before, but it's not. We are literally progressing here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the biggest update for the netcode is coming mid-season, where they're going to be able to transfer packets a lot more fast and way smoother, which will lead to a lot more fluent gunplay. But what would be the fun of having that update if the bullets were still not connecting and we're still ghosting shots? Why would it matter if the packets are transferring good if literally, the servers are still severely behind, right? That was an issue. So kill trading is indeed a step in the right direction because we're no longer ghosting bullets. The bullets are registering, but they might be registering a little too frequently, right? So it has to be tuned. So after the next tuning, I think, once again, it's going to feel even better. It's going to feel fantastic, probably. And then on top of that, we're going to get the mid-season update for the netcode, which will be the icing on top of the cake. I think we are literally so freaking close to seeing perfection here that all it takes is a little patience, guys. A little patience, and we'll be able to see something really solid. And ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, I thought I might as well throw this one in here because I've seen in the comment section a decent amount of people throw this, problem up here that they've been running into. But as you can see from VJ, fix proxy mines too. They are slow as fluke now. It takes them 2 hours to throw. The whole game feels clunky. And then Ake said, also fixed in the Season 2.2 patch. So again, for anybody who's running into the issue, anybody who loves to use the prox mines, because I've been hearing that it's an issue. I don't use them personally, so I don't, again, I don't know. I mostly use EMPs and regular frag grenades. But again, for anybody who does use the prox mines, they are saying they are very slow, sluggish, and obnoxious. So again, it's good to know that that is being tuned around as well within the Season 2.2 update. But ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Again, go down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Are you happy with the updates that are coming into the game? Are you excited for the Season 2.2 patch? Me personally, I am pumped. I am so beyond excited to see how this game is going to feel when they finally tune the kill trading to a more reasonable spot. Because again, we got an upgrade, but it didn't feel like an upgrade because they overtuned it, so it made it feel like absolute garbage for a lot of individuals. But in reality, it wasn't a bad step. They just took the step improperly. But again, tune it a little bit, and this could be something phenomenal for this game. I'm really excited to see how good the gunfights could potentially feel. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. And of course, if you guys want to check out my live stream, I will be live today between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time over on Twitch. You guys can find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.